Good morning, students. So last class we discussed about the components of C++ programming language. So there we started with the token, that is the smallest individual unit. So we have a different type of tokens. One is a identifier. There we have discussed constants. And now we are discussing different types of, also we discussed different types of constants. So now let us discuss punctuators. Also we discussed what is an identifier, how do you name an identifier, what are the rules to be followed when you are creating an identifier. And then we discussed about constants, different types of constant. Basically there are two types of constant. One is a numeric constant, another is a non-numeric constant. In numeric constant we have two types. One is integer constant, another is floating point constant or decimal constant. So in integer constant we have different types. So decimal integer constant, octal integer constant, hexadecimal integer constant, and also we have a real constant or float constant. Then we discussed single character constant, and one more is a string constant. And now let us learn today what are punctuators. So it's another what is a token, the smallest individual unit, and we'll learn what this punctuator can do it. The punctuators in C+ have a what we call semantic and syntactic meaning to the compiler. So they have a specific meaning, they have some syntax. So they do not themselves specify any operation that yields a value. So when you take individually, these punctuator will not perform any operations, but along with some combinations, it can do some operations. So some punctuators can be either alone or in combination, and they can be significant to the preprocessor, so that we may be using preprocessor. The following characters are considered as a punctuators. So what are punctuators means? This is treated as a not symbol. This is a percentage. We have this is an exponential. We discuss all those things, and it's a unary operator, and we have multiplication. It's open and close parenthesis. All these are punctuators. So sometimes they alone represent, like this preprocessor. We use this one, and we use a slash, and also we have a comma, full stop. So all these are all punctuators. So they have a semantic and syntactic meaning. So some meanings they have, so according to the purpose where to use them. Like keywords, so they also have some predefined. So they have to use only purpose. When we use an array, we may use like the square brackets. That you will understand when when we do next classes. Okay. Just imagine this is punctuators have some combinations. Sometimes they alone or in combination. They can be significant to the preprocessor. So the symbol may be used along with the preprocessor. Like in normal language also we use the punctuators, like comma, something like in English language also we use. So in a similar way in programming also we can use, but they have a different meaning. So according to that we have to use them. So there are some punctuators is list given below along with the functions what they can do. The functions of sum of punctuator, you can see here this is used with the equal, so not equal. So this represents not operation. And the percentage used along the format specifier, like percentage to percentage, something format. We'll learn this when we discussed about output, so we'll discuss this. And it is called unary operator, so bitwise operator it is. Unary only one operand, so we'll discuss this. Bitwise AND operation it is, we'll discuss. And this is the terminator, semicolon. So it is a statement terminator. And this is used to represent a subscript of array that we'll discuss when you discuss about array. This flower bracket used to start and end of the block of code. So it's like beginning and end we use, we use a pair of flower bracket. And this is normally used to represent a function calls and group expressions. So normally when you combine normal parenthesis, or what you call open and close parenthesis. This is used along with the preprocessor directives. We'll discuss that one. And this is used as a escape sequence. So like slash n slash t, that also we'll discuss. These are some punctuators. But when you learn the programming, so you may using all these things, then you are able to understand exactly what they are. So next we learn what are operators. I think already we know about operators. Sometimes we come across with operators. So operators are symbol. They used to perform one or more values. Sometimes we call it a symbol, which represents a particular operation that can be performed on one or more data values. they are called as operators. There are different types of operator also, like unary, binary, ternary, depending on the number of operands on which it acts. Maybe it acts with only one operand, then it is called unary operator. It acts on two operands, it's called binary operator. It acts three means three operands, we have a ternary operators. That's what we are going to discuss. So let us, an operator is a symbol. So it's a symbol like plus, you can imagine it's a symbol that tells the compiler to perform specific mathematical or logical manipulation or some operation. You can say just operation. So C++ is a rich in built-in operators, and there are almost 45 different operators. So these operators can be, as I already told, unary or binary or ternary operators. The following are the different types of operators we'll have discussed one by one. So what is an operator means? Definition: an operator is a symbol like plus, minus. It's just a symbol that represents an operation. It represents some mark that can be performed with one or more data values. That data values are called operands. Operator and operands. I think you may understand. So this tells the compiler to perform. When I represent in C++, means it is used to perform addition operation. In real life also we use plus means addition, something like that. So it tells the compiler this symbol is used to perform the operation of addition. That's any symbol. So there are, we can see these are the symbols. Some operators are given below. So it's a logical not operator, already I have said. So use a logical state of, it's true means false, false means true. It is called unary address operator. So it gives the address of the operand. So when I use along with some variable name, it gives the address. This is a ones complement operator which converts all ones to 0, 0 to 1. Star is a pointer operators. We'll discuss when we discuss about pointers data type. So now let us learn different types of operators. As already I have told, unary operators. Unary operations have only one operand. That's what I said. The operator which acts on only one operand, they are called as a unary operator. So they are evaluated before any other operations containing the gets evaluated because they have higher precedence whenever we have a unary operator. These are the example of unary operator. Already we discussed about logical not operator, bitwise address operator, and also used as a bitwise AND operator, ones complement, so pointer operator, plus unary plus represent positive number 5, something like this when you use a plus. It's not, it can be treated as a binary also, but here I am representing the sign number like plus 10, plus 20, something like that. So there it becomes a unary when we prefix before, but when you use between the two numbers, then it becomes a binary operator. So next, plus plus is used to increment. So it's called increment operator. Always increase the operand by 1. We'll discuss all, learn all this. So minus, like minus 5, minus 10, something to represent negative numbers, we use this. And next is the decrement operator. It's always decrease its operand by 1. So in C++, you can see some absolute necessary to understand about the increment and decrement operators and the unary operators. This is commonly sometimes we use. They operate on single variable. That already we told. So it is used to increment the value of variable by 1, and the operator that can appear before or after the variable. So this plus plus can appear after or before. So when it is called post increment, it is called pre increment. So same thing, a is equal to a plus 1, but first increase the value and it is used to assign. This is like post. So next time the value of a will be changed. Increases and then it will be used for the operation. That's the difference between. It used to represent a decrement value by 1 when you use a decrement. So just like increment operator, decrement can also appear before or after the variable. You can see here. So if the plus plus or minus appears to the left of the variable, then it is called pre-increment. So first it increases like this, increase and then it is used, or decrement operator. So pre-increment, pre-decrement. So if it appears after, then it is called post. It's after this, so post. So next time the value will be updated. You can see the example. So here what happens, a is 5 and we have one more variable b. So b is assigned by now plus plus. That's more important. So when a is 5, so b will be assigned by plus plus y. So it increases first, that is it becomes 6, 6 is copied. So here what happens, so 5 is copied and next time a will be 6. So that's the difference. So you can see the 6 will be in the second statement, the value of b will be still not 6, not 7, because the case of post increment, the value is considered first, then it is incremented. You can see here the 5 plus 5 1 is, it becomes 6. So if you do not consider this as an independent statement, that's what I explained. So if it is a post, I take separately, not together. So now it increases first, so it becomes plus plus. That is, it is copied 5 only, and then next time when we use it becomes 6. When in this example they consider both continuous, one after the other. So then what happens? It becomes 6, and B also becomes 6. But next time A will be 7. So that is the difference. So B is equal to A plus in this example, post increment. Then the value of B will be still 6, not 7, because the operator is to the, that's a post increment. So unary operator operates on single operand. Normally it is a unary operator that's always operates on with a single data value, that's called single operand. B is equal to 10, C is equal to 10. So evaluate like this: A is equal to plus plus B plus, you can see here, plus CC. So if you take A is 10, B is 10 means, so pre-increment means automatically it becomes 11. So here we have a 11. So next what happens? C is 20. So it's a post, so we'll not take 21, so it is 20. 20 plus 11, so 31. So what is the value of A is 31. So we'll get that value is 31. So that is what we did. So that because of applying the pre and post increment operations. So we have a binary operators. Already we know what is binary operator means. The operator which acts on 2 operands, it's called binary operator. There are arithmetic operator, addition, subtraction, multiplication. But also we have a logical operator, we have a relational operators, and also we use bitwise operators, and also we have an assignment operator. We'll discuss all one by one. In general definition, the binary operators are those operators which that operates on 2 operands. They are called as the arithmetic operators. There are different types. We'll learn one by one. So now let us discuss some of the operands, and also they've given here as examples. So if A is 10 and B is 20, then so plus this operator binary, so it adds A and B, so it will give you 30. So left and right 2 operands, so it is 10 and this is 20. 10 plus 20 is becomes 30. Subtracts. So what is A minus B? So what is A means 10 minus B means 20. 10 minus 20, so it will be minus 10. That's just a multiplication, what addition, subtraction, multiplication. A into B, 10 into 2, 20 is 200. Division, 0. So we have B by A. So B is 20, A is 10. So it is quotient is 2. So it is called, gives the remainder. It's called modulus operator. Whenever we use this like B mod A, we use instead of percentage, we say it's a mod. So it gives the remainder. So modulus operator we use. So what is, when you divide 20, what is the remainder we get? When you divide 20 by 10, the remainder is 0. That is, this operator always gives the remainder. So these are all binary operators. We have a similarly relational operators. So relational operator normally used to compare ordering magnitude and ordering. Sometimes we greater than, less than, equal, not equal. That's what we do with the relational operators. There are 6 relational operators. We'll go with one by one. First is equal. So we cannot use a single equal. Normally we use a single equal. So here we use double equal. So checks these 2 operators equal or not. So if A equals B, because A is 10, B is 20, then they are not same. It becomes, returns always true or false value. So not equal to, this use already we know about. So A not equal to B, yes, true, because 10 and 20 are not same. They are not equal, true. Greater than, so A is greater than B, false, because 10 is not greater than 20. So that is greater than, similarly less than. So A is less than, yes, true, because 10 is less than 20. So these are the operators. Whenever you want to make comparison, so we use this type of greater than or equal. So you can, A is greater than or equals, false. So 10 is neither greater than nor equal. So that is greater than or equal. So less than or equal. So A is less than or equal to 20, yes, true, because 10 is less than 20, but not equal to any one of them. Now A is less than, so that's why we use anyone. Sometimes we want equal also, we can use like 20, 20, it becomes true. A is also 20, assume B is also 20. 20 is less than 20, this part is fails, false. But 20 equal to 20, that is true. So that is what greater than or equal or less than or equal operators. So next we have logical operators. So logical operators means they AND operator which combines 2 or more statements, and always they produce true false. And we have 3 operators. One is AND operator, OR operator, and NOT operator. So this will be learning when we learn. You just to follow, these are the operators available. Called as a logical AND operator. it returns true when both operands are true. Like we have A and B. So A and B both true, then only it is we compare. If A is greater than B and A is greater than C, something like this, then we use this true or false value, something like this. Or means we have two expressions different. So A not equal to B, A or B, something they are different, same or something like that we use. Like A is greater than B or A is greater than C or something, B is some, that conditions we use. Two different operators we use to combine. When we discussed about expressions, we use these operators, you'll understand better. But when we do programs, you're able to understand. But remember this AND operator, OR operator, and NOT operator. AND operator is true always when all the operands are true. We have two different expressions, so both are true means true. Otherwise, any condition is false, false. OR means any one condition is true, it is true. So it false only when all the conditions are false. Not means it always gives opposite. A means B. That is, if it is true means it is false. If it is false means it is true. That also we learn when we learn next classes. We'll understand. So bitwise operators. So bitwise and bitwise or bit. That's what we have to discuss. Like A and B. So 0 into 0 is 0. False. False into false. Consider A is false. 0 means false. 1 means true. False into false is false. False into true, again false. True into true, yes, it is true. In all other cases, it is false. Like multiplication, 0 into 0, 0 into 1, 1 into 1, 1 into 0. Almost like everything is 0. 1 into 1 is 1. So it is a coincidence, but it's true. So false into false, it is false. False into true, again false. True into true, it is true. True into false. Now you may feel all these things is not convenient. Don't worry. So you'll understand uh, when we go with programming, we'll be able to understand these things. Once again, you have to read because this takes a different. Don't. It's okay. Just you remember. Just when both statement are false, false. This AND operator works when both should be true. Then only it is true. Otherwise, in all the cases, it is false like this. OR is not like that. So if any one of the conditions, normally we use OR. There's a logical AND means combining. So both true means that statement is correct. Otherwise, it is false. In OR means this or that, any one. So that is why. So it will be false when both are false. In all other cases, it will be true. Any one. That's what the even word OR we use. Anyone. Anyone true is true. It is false only when all are false. So it's a bitwise XNOR. So we don't use this one. This is we go for higher studies. You may study. It's all, we have a logical gate XNOR. For that we use these operations. So when they are similar, this will be false. When they are like 1 1 0 0 0, when their input are similar, then we'll get low output. That's a false. When they are different means like 0 1 1 0, then it will be 1. So that's how this XNOR gate works. You can take an example. Assume that if A is 60 and B is 13, the following operation takes place. We have to convert both A and B to binary numbers. So it is A looks like this and B looks like this after conversion. Just conversion divided by 2, we'll get the, already you know those things. So if I use A and B, so this A and B we combine here, 0 into 0, 0 into 0, 1 into 0, 0, so 1 into 0, so all 4 zeros will get 1 into 1, 1, 1 into 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0. So we'll get 1, 1, 0, 0. This is 0, 0, here 1, 1, this is also 0, 0. So 1, 1, 0, 0 means 12. When you take OR means anyone, so 0, 0, but it becomes 1. This becomes 1, this also becomes 1, this also becomes 1, this becomes 0, this becomes 1. So that will give you 61. Okay, so A exponential OR means when we use XNOR, so same means it is output will be low. So 0, 0. When they are different, this becomes 1. Okay, so this becomes again 0, this becomes again 0, this becomes 0 again. This becomes different means 1. So that's how we'll get bitwise 49. So this is bitwise not. So if it is what we had 1 1 0, a opposite 1 1 0 0 0 0 1 1. Converting all zeros becomes 1, all 1 becomes 0. That is a bitwise not operator. So then we have this already we discussed. Bitwise AND operator. So already we discussed bitwise OR and this is already we discussed XOR operators. So one's complement, let's convert 0 to 1 and 1 to 0. These two are, it's a right shift operator, left shift operator. So when you use a left shift operator, the left operand's value is moved left by number of bits specified in right operand. So if I use like 2, so give 240, which is 1100. We have 1 1, so 2 zeros will be shifted to this side. And also when I use a right shift operator, so when I give 2, so we'll give a 15. So we had 0 0, this just shifted to right or left. Like we have a where is A? We can see here, A value here you can see. A is 0 0 1 1. So when you add shifted right means, oh, we put 2 zeros here. So automatically this value becomes 240. And one more, what we use left shift operator means this will like we moved here. Okay. What is the value? Okay, here you can see here. So these 2 bits are moved this side. So we remove these 2, right shift. When you remove these 2, we end up with 0 0 1 1, which is 15. So that's how right shift and left shift operators perform. Then we have a shorthand, some combining of a special shorthand that specify the coding of certain type of assignment statement. For example, A equals A plus 10. It is nothing but A is increased by 10. Can be written also plus equal. This is called compound assignment operator. Sometimes also it's called shorthand notations, compound assignment operator, like plus equal. Tells the compiler, so value should be increased by previous operand. A is equal to A plus 10. And also you can see there's some examples. So minus equal compound, again multiply. So but both operands should be same. X equals X minus 10, X into X, X is equal to X into 5. If it is something X is equal to Y into 5, we cannot do, but there should be same thing. X is equal to X by 2, X mod equal, something like this remains. So these are the assignment, that's a compound assignment operator. So we can combine with all arithmetic operators, so we can use this operations. So all assignment operators have a lower precedence than conditional operators. So normally they have a lesser precedence. Next we have assignment operators, already we discussed. It is used to assign one value from one variable to another variable. You can see here A plus B, we have to copy to perform copy operations, we use assignment. So it copies A plus B to C. So plus equals, already I told it's a compound assignment operator. So it is plus C is equal to C plus, that is become C plus A. Already just C minus A. C equals C minus A. And C is equal to C into A, something like C is equal to C by A. These are all compound assignment operators, divide, multiplication, all those things. So similarly, along with the right shift operator, left shift operator, also AND, so bitwise AND operators, and XOR, and also have bitwise OR equal. So that's what we are just operate exactly similar, those things. Just you read them, just you remember the operators is enough. So next we have special operators. So these are the special operators supported by C++. One is called size of. So this is used to identify the amount of space that is a variable is using. For example, size of operator returns the size of the variable, how much of the space memory is required. For example, size of A, if A is integer variable, then it returns 2. If it's a float, we'll discuss about when you discuss about data types. Just you discussed about facilities available in the C++. So whenever we start programming, these all will be used. Again, you will be learning, but just you have to remember these things are available. This is only describing, these are the things we are going to discuss. Okay. So next we have a comma. So comma operator causes a sequence of operation to be performed. The value of entire comma expression is the value of the last expression of the comma separated in the list. So when you have a expression, two expression, and we have to treat them as a different, so then you use a comma between. So it follows a sequence. First one sequence, then second part will be executed, but it will be the part of the same statement. You can use a semicolon. That also we'll discuss when we do some programming. So dot operator is also called membership operator. When we use with the structures, we'll discuss. And also arrow will be used with the pointers. That also we'll discuss in the next classes. Typecasting, casting operator is convert the data type to another. So we'll discuss integer to float or float to integer. We have typecasting, that also we'll discuss. It's an address operator which gives the address of the variable, where in the memory it is stored. It gives the amount of space, but this gives the address. This is called pointer operator. So indirectly used to access the value which is stored in the variable. So using the address, that also we'll discuss next class. We have a ternary operator. So already I've said ternary operator. So that operator acts on three or more operands, then it is called ternary operator. So it's also called as a conditional operator. The ternary operator syntax as follows. You can see here question mark is a ternary operator. So the condition operator, if the condition is true, expression in the true will be executed. Otherwise, expression in the false will be executed. You can see the example. I will not give an example. So then we have a precedence of, we'll learn all this in the programming we'll use. When we do the programming, again we explain and then we'll use it. But this is to describe, so what C++ programming language is consisting of. So these are the operators, these are the constants, and this is how identifiers are created. These are the punctuators available. So just we are describing, exploring what are the things available in the C++ programming language. When we start programming, we shall use all these things, then also you'll understand. But just to read them, these are, just you familiar with the names, these are like AND operator, OR operator, arithmetic operator, like assignment operator, relational operator, greater than, less than, almost similar to what we do use day-to-day life. But same thing, it has to be used with the programming that we'll do when we do programming. Okay, so we'll continue in the next class. That is the precedence of operators, how expression is evaluated, and we'll take an expression and what are the precedents. When it involves many operands and operators, how it will be executed, that will be explained. So I will continue the next class. What is the precedence, that also will continue next class.